candidate for graphic design, Rose Crame.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to elections, and thank you for dedicating your time and patience into this. My name is Rose Crame, a rising sophomore, and I'm your current D6 proxy as well as your D6 Director of Public Relations. I'm a Media and Communication Studies and a Political Science double major on the pre-law track, as well as one of UMBC's Humanities Scholars, and I'm here to be running as one of your co-graphic designers. April 19, 2021, as I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw my friend Regina, as well as a lot of my mutuals, repost something called a culture talk. Hers was called Turning from Toxicity, and I remember reading through those slides and feeling so seen and valid as I read her words that were beautifully laid out on a pretty graphic. Your dreams, aspirations, ambitions, and passions are valid. Don't push them away because they won't be enough. I recall thinking, if this is what the club inspires, then it has to be something I want to be a part of. A few weeks later, she hits me with the, "Hey Rose, are you interested in running for e-board?" And of course, I readily agreed, and I asked her, what could I possibly do as a freshman that hasn't even seen campus yet? She then told me that they were looking for a D6 proxy, and to be honest, I had no idea what a D6 proxy was or what they were supposed to do. But I did the application anyways, and as soon I got a DM from Iceman Abril with the meeting information where I sat on a Zoom with him and Maggie. From there, ARM was born. There I quickly learned that the role of D6 proxy was a jack of all trades role, where anyone's skill set could readily become needed at any moment, and in particular, it helped me harness my skills within graphic design. Art is expressive, art is imaginative, and art is exploratory. When I was 11, I had entered a program that let me explore my visual graphic interests as well as mass communications. Ever since then, I've always followed this path, and not only in academics, but as well as sideline projects. In high school, I've been able to do volunteer work for an international youth nonprofit that focused on accessible education worldwide. I was a social media director, and through this, I made graphics as well as managed a team of international writers and designers to create content for this account. Multiple graphics of mine have gone viral altogether, accumulating over 95,690 likes in my 1-year span of working with this organization. I've also taken over the role as DPR as the previous one had stepped down unexpectedly. In my short but fruitful time as D6 Director of Public Relations, I've learned to work under pressure and time constraints. I am also Adobe Photoshop certified as well as proficient in Illustrator and Premiere Pro because I also was in an interactive media production program in my high school. At the end, I not only ended with 4 years of experience, but also nomination for the Best in Interactive Media Production through the Career and Technical Education program. Beyond my hard skill set, I know that I am reliable, amicable, and ambitious. In combination with my skill set, this allows me not only to be a bipartisan member to not only e-board, but to be open to general body or our family. A passion project of mine I'd like to develop is for now called FOSSA Creates. FOSSA Creates will be a space for the creators of FOSSA. Getting into art can be intimidating, so I'd like to create a space for our general body to learn and grow in their creative endeavors. One thing that highlights my FOSSA experience is that it gave me the mentorship and guidance I needed to grow not only as a person, but as an artist. This will be the creative committee where the general body can create media for and by the FOSSA general body. I want to work with the PR coordinator and the co-historians to create content and art for FOSSA. It can be divided into committees where people will sign up to work on the committees. They'll produce 2 to 3 projects about once a month. For example, I really want a photography committee. Members in FOSSA will have the chance to explore photography with a unifying theme during the month. Then they can work on their Photoshop and photography skills, which is not only a creative outlet, but also a useful and applicable skill beyond just FOSSA. And this is only the beginning because I know that we will all work further to develop this project. I'm really excited to be able to share this creativity I've fostered, and we can only hope to continue it. Being on eBoard is much more than just a title. It's the opportunity to be a leader and an inspiration to be like the people who helped me to grow into the person I am today. I'd especially like to thank Katz for taking this D6 journey with me, Ina, Hope, and Giselle for helping me feel more comfortable with creative projects, my auntie Kristen for always being my biggest cheerleader, and I'd like to thank Tulip for her mentorship and answering all my questions about graphic design and giving me something to look forward to, continuing her legacy of making people smile and be excited over the graphics that she creates. Thank you all for listening, and once again, my name is Rose Crame, and I'm running to be one of your co-graphic designers for the 2021 2022-2023 school year.